Good morning from sunny Philadelphia. Today's video will be about Cattleya Alliance hybrids mostly. I have had very little luck with my Cattleyas. It's been a very frustrating path, let me tell you. I do not have a greenhouse. I grow all of my orchids on windowsills. And the thing is, Miss Orchid Girl, Danny, just posted a video about sphagnum moss. And I've been thinking about sphagnum moss for a while now, and how to use sphagnum to get my Cattleyas to grow some more roots, because that seems to be my issue, especially with this one here. So let me show you what's going on with this Cattleya. This is an LC Tropical Aurora. So it's Aussie Sunset by Tokyo Magic. And I am just dying for this to bloom. I had one sheath over here that blasted. It was such a bummer, I cannot even tell you. I mean, I'm sure some of you know what it's like to try and grow Cattleyas or Laleocattleyas or Lalias or any of these frickin' plants and have this giant pseudobulb finally grow, get a sheath, and then blast on you. I mean, it's just so sad and so frustrating. So anyway, I emailed a ton of people about whatever advice they could give me about my plants. Right now, this plant is kind of potted in an insane mix of things because I have just been trying to give it whatever I can think of, and I don't want to stress it out too much, so I don't want to repot it a zillion times because that will pretty much kill it. But you can see the pseudobulbs on this side are pretty, I mean, they're kind of shriveled. And the leaves are not super dark. They seem healthy. They seem okay. They have a slight purple tinge on them, which I think is from the light, meaning they're getting enough light, and they also should have somewhat reddish flowers. So I'm thinking maybe it's getting a little bit too much light. I'm not really sure. But over here you can see this is the newest leaf. And it has a sheath as well, and you see the little kind of freckling on it, so that's probably a little bit of a suntan. I think it is getting enough light, maybe even a tiny bit too much. But anyway, what I wanted to show you is this. You see how the moss is on the top? And over here you can see there's a little nubbin, a little guy who wants to grow, and another little guy who wants to grow. Well, these little guys who want to grow have just been sitting there for like 6 months. Not growing. And this new sheath that grew, new lead with new sheath that grew, had no new roots. And I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. So I actually saw one of Miss Orchid Girl's videos and also a video by Holy City Orchids that got me thinking, what if I put a little bit of moss just where I think roots might grow? And lo and behold, check this out. Look at that. Do you see those giant, plump, awesome, adorable roots? Root tips growing, trying to get to the nice, soft, wet moss. That sounded kind of creepy. Anyway, I think it's working. I mean, it's not a perfect science, but I do think that the plant is getting a little bit happier. So I don't want to say that I hope this plant flowers, because I don't want to jinx it, but I really hope this plant flowers. And if it does, I will be sure to post a video. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and have a lovely day.